Welcome back to the channel, guys. What I have for you guys today is we're going to go into the history of Nuketown, especially with the introduction of Nuketown 84 that went live at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. It was released on all platforms from PS5 to PS4, Xbox X, and the Xbox One, as well as the PC. Now, with these new Nuketowns coming out, this is the 8th installment, technically. We started out with Nuketown on BO1. We also had Nuketown 2025 in BO2, as well as Nuketown Zombies as well. We also had in BO3 Nuketown. It was very more futuristic. I personally thought that might have been the worst Nuketown in my personal opinion, only because I was not a jetpack type of Call of Duty player. I was not a fan of it. But in BO4, they just named it Nuketown, and it had more of a Russian feel to it. It looked more Russian than Nuketown, but it was still a very good Nuketown. But they also had in BO4 Blackout Nuketown, which the map just looked completely and utterly destroyed. Honestly, it was just gone. There was no. It didn't look like Nuketown, but it was Nuketown. You can kind of just pinpoint where things were for the most part. And Call of Duty Mobile also had Nuketown, but it was pretty much just a remake of the original from BO1. So it wasn't like the greatest. It wasn't new. Didn't have a new feel to it. It was just the same old Nuketown at that point. But with Black Ops Cold War, they introduced Nuketown 1984, or just Nuketown 84 is what they're calling it. So it looks really cool. It looks like it's an abandoned town, really, with graffiti everywhere. It has an 80s feel. To be honest, to me, it actually looks more like a 60s type of feel just because of all the colors and how it actually looked. I wasn't really a fan when I actually played it for a couple times. I wasn't like a huge fan of it, to be honest. It's not that it's too bright or it doesn't feel like Nuketown, because it really does feel like Nuketown, but there was just a lot of things to it that didn't turn me on. It's too colorful. It doesn't look like an 84 type of feel. If anybody truly knows me, I'm a huge history person, so I know quite a bit about American history. That's really what I like. That's kind of what I studied a little bit in college. And it just did not have an 80s feel. It felt more like the 60s, like, the whole hippie era, type of thing. It just didn't feel the same. But all in all, it's a really nice map. But every new town seems to have something a little different to it. So, but that's what I like. They all had something, they had a different feel to it. This one, it's not really, the player base is really going to kill this map. Everything is campy, head glitchy, as any other Nuketown was, but a lot more people were running gunning. This one, it felt like more people were camping in the buildings, more people were camping around the corners. To every turn, they weren't really pushing, they weren't really moving. Even playing TDM, nobody was really moving too much, it felt like. But in Domination, the only time people would truly try and move is if they didn't have point B. That was the only time. Other than that, if you have point B, you were not moving. You just stayed right where you were, and you were head glitching or camping around a corner with a shotgun. Here and there, you had snipers that were up in the buildings that were overlooking everything, so it kind of didn't help. But it's the player base. People need to adjust with the players as well as the player base, and hopefully people do change a little bit. Maybe we'll see. But the game overall with Black Ops Cold War it has that feel of Modern Warfare when it comes to the player base as well as some of the maps. But we're not talking about the entire game. We're just talking about Nuketown as well as the history of it. Starting with what could be different with Nuketown, I would say honestly get rid of that bus right there in the middle of the map. I don't like it there, but hey, it's a good cover. I don't really go up the middle for anything. Hardly ever. I always stick to the sides, or I'm staying back a little bit if I need to, depending on what gun I'm running. But all in all, Nuketown, it's a good map. It's fun. I just don't like Nuketown 84 24/7. It seemed like I only played 5 games before this recording. I'll be playing a little bit more live on stream. Link is down in the description below. But I played 5 games. 4 of them were domination. 1 was TDM. I got no other games. So it feels like it's Nuketown 84 domination, not Nuketown 84 24/7. I just played strictly, for the most part, domination. And I'm a fan of domination, but I have to like the map to like the game. And Moscow and Cartel are my 2 favorites so far. I can't stand it on any other map, and I really cannot stand it on Nuketown. Again, nobody was moving. But it comes with the game, it comes with the territory. What could be different really would be with all the colors and everything, as you saw. I mean, you're just looking at it, and it's just so much as what can actually be completely different to this than what could actually be, changed out a little bit. The color scheme seems to be a little too much, and everything. If you look right here, we have all these colors right here. Love where you live. I love. It's pretty cool, but again, you got the peace symbol that's right here. We are in theater mode, so it's already. I played this game. This was a TDM. This was my one and only TDM. But with the peace symbol there, as well as you got the love here, it feels a lot like it's got a 60s feel. So I feel like the colors and everything with it, and the paint jobs and everything that you got going on with it here, as well as just this funky looking Nuketown sign, it doesn't read 84 to me. It honestly doesn't. If something was going to read 1984 to me, it definitely would not be this map. This doesn't scream the whole Cold War 1984. It honestly screams Cold War 1964 to me, honestly. So I think that a name change would be just great. But again, it's just the basics of the game. Maybe the developers didn't actually have full on intentions of, people criticizing the map a little bit, but that's what I'm going to do. I might make this into a series where I'm going to criticize each and every single map within Black Ops. I might just do that. We'll just have to wait and see. And to be honest, this is a good map. For the glitchers that are out there, I've seen so many areas where you guys can glitch. I mean, you guys can get outside the map. There will be a whole section of area for you guys to actually be able to do that. There's a whole nother town on the other side that you can clearly see, but you just can't get into the buildings. There's no opening doors, but it'd be a nice area to just run around. I mean, you can hop into your neighbor's backyard or something. And then you also got the huge tower that's just out there where, in Black Ops 4, we were able to glitch onto a little garage that was out there. It's not there anymore. But again, every map is different. Even the zombies map was completely different. It felt different. But again, this map just screams 64 to me, not 84. But overall, I'm going to be playing Nuketown 24/7 a lot for the next week or two. And I may even try and do it in hardcore mode just to try and level up my guns. Try and gain a little extra level. Especially since they did add double XP to the weapons and double XP to your levels. So you have a week's worth of that. Why not just give it a shot? If you guys actually did enjoy this video, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and turn on your post notifications. I will be doing custom lobby videos, gameplay videos, as well as stuff like this, where I might just make this into a series of just criticizing maps and saying what I like, what I don't like, personal opinions to them. These are, again, all personal opinions. This is the 8th installment to Nuketown. So hopefully, let's see what you guys have to say down in the comments. And let's just get out there and grind, guys. Have a great rest of your day, guys. And I will catch you guys in the next one.